how are you? Hope you're having a really good day. If you have been on the internet for the past week, you will probably know that there has been a massive lawsuit launched against MannyMUA and Jeffree Star, and this was launched by Blackmoon Cosmetics. Blackmoon Cosmetics, I actually have the makeup today. They specialise in liquid lipsticks and they have a few eye products as well. A lot of them are very sort of nudie, browny, deathly shades. It's quite a gothic brand. And then some of the eye products like this, it's like a sheen micro glitter that you can put on the top of shadow. The reason this all kicked off was because of the logo. I've really watched the whole thing go down and I kind of wanted to collect myself, and then I thought we could go through everything from start to finish. I feel like the best place to start is where this whole thing started. And this didn't start in 2017. This didn't start in 2016. It started all the way back in 2015 when Blackmoon Cosmetics got their initial trademark for their logo, which is this one. This, I believe, from the paperwork was done in October 2015, and that's when they secured the trademark. So September 27, 2015, MannyMUA responded to a message which he was sent by Blackmoon Cosmetics talking about if he would like some product. He responded with this message saying, "Yes, I love your packaging." And this is September 2015. This was 5 months before MannyMUA went on to release his palette with Makeup Geek, which had a very similar logo. We're talking about a crescent moon with a black background with a name in the middle, and it's done on a holographic back. There are similarities whilst they are different, and the point that Blackmoon Cosmetics really made in this legal case is the fact that they have sent him free product, and as soon as they sent him free product, 5 months later, he came out with a very, very similar logo on his products. What do you think? Do you think MannyMUA copied or took inspiration from Blackmoon Cosmetics? So we roll on to February the 8th, 2016, and we can see that this is posted on Instagram by Manny, and it's a photograph of his new palette with the logo. This is where it first sort of debuted, and people were like, "Oh, that's similar to Blackmoon," and there were comments on his picture saying that. Here we can see a comment on the Instagram photo saying, "Super excited, that packaging reminds me of Blackmoon Cosmetics though." And to me, it's not so much just the fact that there's the hologram and the crescent moon and the name in the middle, but also if you look into the background, you can see all the stars and the lines. That's something that we've seen throughout Blackmoon Cosmetics in their various different things. If we look at their logo, you can see they have the BM, but then they also have a star within the moon. So at the start of this video, I played you the clip where MannyMUA went onto Snapchat and said coincidence happened, and I guess this is really going to be a you decide, because I want you to decide if you think this is a coincidence.
The whole situation really sucked and coincidences happen.
The reason this actually turned into a big lawsuit was because MannyMUA announced that he was doing a collab with Jeffree Star, and they posted a picture of the packaging. This is a picture of the packaging, so we can see there is a black background, we have a holographic crescent moon, and we have the logo star in the middle. If we compare that to something from Blackmoon, so Blackmoon have a couple of logos. This is their shortest one. So you can see it's a crescent moon with a holographic background. But if I show you one of their liquid lipsticks, for example, I really hope you can see this. Can you see? So it has the crescent moon with a star in the middle. So it's incredibly similar. Now, for us makeup junkies, we would obviously be able to tell a mile away the difference between this particular logo that they've come up with and the Blackmoon Cosmetics logo. The thing that we have to remember is they talk a lot in this legal battle about it being competing markets. So basically, you're going into the same market and you have a very, very, very similar logo. And for example, we saw problems with the Velour liquid lipsticks where they had a bad smell and various other things with the girl that got the eye infection. And so to have a similar product with similar packaging from that brand that could potentially have these problems could do damage to Blackmoon Cosmetics' name if there's a bad liquid lipstick from Manny and Jeffree. And because there have been multiple bad products we've come across before, it is a sort of risk to always keep in mind. There is 6 complaints in this lawsuit, let me read them to you. Common law trademark infringement, copyright infringement, federal false designation of origin, California statutory unfair competition, California common law unfair competition, and federal trade dress infringement. So Blackmoon really went all out. This is a long document. I mean, it's not ultra long, but it's 33 pages, and I do believe they had every intention of trying to take them to court. From what I understand now, it's been settled out of court, and that is a whole other story. If we look at some of the comments that were posted alongside the picture on Instagram of this collab, you can see, for example, "Yes, keep copying Blackmoon Cosmetics, totally slaying in the creative department." And there was various other comments along the lines of that, which were basically people saying like, this is copied from Blackmoon Cosmetics. Of course, this is not me saying they are copied, that is for you to decide. That's really it for the legal battle. Things went forward, and from what I understand, things were settled out of court. MannyMUA went to a Snapchat and said, you know, I left the lawyers to deal with it.
I'm sure some of you guys have been seeing some news outlets and articles about a certain other brand in a lawsuit. Those have dealt with everything, and the collab is still coming out on Saturday.
Which to me almost makes it sound like he's won against Blackmoon Cosmetics. Like, oh, the lawyers dealt with it, you know, that's what it makes it sound like. In reality, from what I understand of what's happened, they've settled out of court, which to me would say that Jeffree Star and MannyMUA have had to pay out a lot of money direct to Blackmoon Cosmetics in order for them to continue with the collab. That's what I think has happened. I'll be completely open with you. I like Blackmoon Cosmetic products. Some of them I'm really not a fan of, and the actual wearability of the colours I think is really specific to you because they are a more gothic brand. And I do think that because the colours can be quite intense, they have a full range of browns and stuff like that. I feel like if you have smaller lips, it can really make your lips look like paper cuts because of how dark and intense they are. See, they have these beautiful sort of different things. Like this is they smell really nice as well. This is like a metallic dark blue. I do really like a lot of these liquid lipsticks, and in my opinion they are superior to the liquid lipsticks in the Oprah and Nikki Tutorials collab. I have to be honest with you, you know, I did the review of that. I really wasn't impressed with the formula behind these liquid lipsticks, especially considering that Oprah charged more money than Blackmoon Cosmetics. Obviously you're getting it for a cheaper price in this collab, but I just really wasn't a fan of any of the liquid lipsticks long term. We have seen things kicking off on Twitter. Blackmoon Cosmetics posted something on their Instagram. Let me read you what Blackmoon posted when all of this was settled. Dear Moon Beauties, we are pleased to inform you that we have settled the lawsuit, link in comments, against MannyMUA and Jeffree Star regarding our holographic crescent moon logo that we have been using since early 2015. The exact terms of the agreement are confidential. I think it's money, so we cannot comment on it, but we wish the best of luck to them in the future and are happy to put this behind us. We want to thank our moon friends from the bottom of our hearts for your love. It truly means the world to us. So I thought that was very, very interesting. And the thing is, with this lawsuit, Blackmoon Cosmetics isn't like on bigger social media from what I know as Jeffree Star and MannyMUA. So they've taken a lot of abuse from this whole situation, from starting the lawsuit. Do you think it was right for them to start the lawsuit? Let me know. And tell me down below, because I personally, from watching everything happen, and I do think that if we look at this, for example, this is the Blackmoon Cosmetics shade. You can see that we have the black packaging with the moon crescent holographic logo, and then we also have the colour beneath it. The only difference really between this and the collab is that the collab has some stars around here, and this isn't tinted black. The logo is extremely similar, extremely similar, but the actual packaging and all that stuff is very, very, I mean, if you walked into a shop and you didn't explicitly know about these brands, I think you would definitely confuse them. And I actually think that this might not have been a complete payout. I don't think that Jeffree Star and MannyMUA necessarily might have just paid a lump sum. They might be paying commission to use the rights of the logo on that product, because that would mean that Blackmoon Cosmetics in the future can continue to say, no, you can't use our logo, but it means that the hundreds of thousands of units that Jeffree Star and Manny have currently made, they can still sell. But our final thoughts, I think, is Manny's Snapchat rant.
The whole situation really sucked, and coincidences happen. At the end of the day, you can only create so much with a crescent moon and a star, and we know in our hearts that we did nothing wrong.
And you can see that he clearly says, you know, coincidences happen. What do you think about this? Because Manny did his... I mean, Manny's logo has always been a moon, a crescent moon. But his logo was never a holographic crescent moon on a black background. Until everything happened, until he received his package from Blackmoon Cosmetics free in PR. And then 5 months later, he suddenly had a very, very similar logo. And it wasn't like he was unaware of the controversy, because he posted some tweets at the same time when this was happening, saying, like, something about Blackmoon copying him, which was very, very strange. So it's almost like he's tried to cover it up a little bit. And this is something that we have seen from Manny previously in the past, where I'll kind of publicly hope that people don't see the real facts and he'll just kind of sweepingly cover things up. When there was the massive scandal between him and Karina Kaboom, where Manny basically posted a Snapchat of someone calling Karina Kaboom ugly, and it was really horrible. Manny said that he tried to apologise to Karina, but she'd blocked him on Twitter. That had never happened, and it was just one of those things that he said to try and cover his own back. There's been multiple small little niggly bits where this has happened before, and that's what makes me very, very curious as to what's really happened. Me personally, and this is just my opinion, I think Manny knew what he was doing. I think he's been edging more toward Blackmoon Cosmetics marketing ever since 2015, when he first brought out his palette. And given the controversy that that caused, I would have thought he would have learnt his lesson and not really gone anywhere near their marketing again, because of how similar it was becoming. And it seems very strange for him to just go ahead with Jeffree. I don't think it was that creative, and I didn't think it was very fair from like a creative perspective to do that to another brand. But at the same time, there are a lot of people that do not think the logos are similar whatsoever, and that is completely up to you. I really hope you enjoy this scandal. This is really just a talk through with all the evidence. I saw it all happening and I was just like, you know what, this is messy, I'm just going to take a step back, and I thought it would be much more fun for us to just sit down and go through everything together. Favourite liquid lipstick from Blackmoon, I will tell you, is the black. It's called Sleepwalker. If you've ever used a black lipstick or a black liquid lipstick, you'll know that they just come off, that they don't sit well. This black is really hydrating, it's really pigmented, and that's one thing I like about these. When I've tried the velour liquid lipstick that was sent to me, the pigmentation was reasonable, but it stained my skin and it had that horrible, horrible smell. And it was a little bit too thin. With these liquid lipsticks, I find that they are matte, but they are hydrating and they don't dry down completely to the point where they go like crackly, like bumhole lips, which is really nice. Some very interesting products, and I'll definitely support them. They retail for $18, I believe, which is very, very, very similar to the Over liquid lipsticks and the Velour liquid lipsticks. I don't know. I'm not saying you should go and choose one over the other, but I'm just saying from my perspective, having tried them, I do prefer this brand. But anyway, I'm not going to talk too much about the Nicki collab. If you want to see the Nicki collab, just go back and watch that video. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe, and I'll see you very, very soon. Bye.